إن هذا القرآن يهدي للتي هي أقوم ويبشر المؤمنين.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah. So far we covered Al-Mizan al-Sarfi, and then we also covered Abniyatul Af'al al-Mujalladati wal-Mazid. We also covered the patterns of verbs that are naked, so they have no extra letters, and those that are mazida, those that have extra letters. That's what we covered in the previous video. Aliman a'lama, for example. Now what we're going to be covering is Abniyatul Asma' al-Mujalladati wal-Mazida. We're going to be covering the nouns that are either mujallada, they have no extra letters in them, or mazida, they have extra letters in them. So isms can either be mujallad or mazid. Mujallad is ما كان كل حروف أصلية, is those words that all of its letters are original letters, like kitabun. Okay, we have a total of 19 different patterns that we're going to cover. And then you have certain nouns that are mazid, which is those that have extra letters that have been added to the original form, like maktub. Maktub, this word is taken from kitab, right? But as you can see here, there was a meme that was added, and likewise, there was a waw that was added. So it's mazid with two different letters. So inshallah, in this video, we're just going to cover al-mujallad. So for the mujallad, we have a total of three different possibilities: thulathi, ruba'i, or khumasi. Verbs that are mujallad, or nouns, sorry, that are mujallad can either be thulathi, which means that they have three letters, okay? Or they can be ruba'i, which means that they have four letters, or they can be khumasi, which means that they have five letters. Okay, the words, sorry, that are thulathi are those. There are 10 different possible patterns for the thulathi, 5 for the ruba'i, and then 4 for the khumasi. So for the thulathi mujallad, these are the 10 possible patterns that the ism can have. Fa'alun, like sahlun, easy. Fa'alun, like hasanun, good. Fa'ulun, like adudun, which means yani, a limb. Fa'ilun, like katifun, which means a shoulder. Fu'alun, like hulwun, which means sweet. Fu'alun, like umaru, so it should be fu'alu, fu'alu. And there should only be one dhamma here, that's the typo on my part. So it's fu'alu, umaru, because this is going to be covered later. We're going to explain why this only has one dhamma here. Yeah, fu'alun, like unuqun, kinak. Fi'alun, like himlun, carrying. Fi'alun, like inabun, grapes. Fi'ilun, like ibilun. Okay. You don't have to memorize all these, but it's just good for you to know. Then we have the ruba'i, which are 5 in total. Fa'alalun, like ja'farun. Fu'alulun, like buruqu'un, which means something similar to a hijab. You have fi'alalun, like dirhamun. You have fi'alilun, like zibrijun, which means like decoration or like cosmetics, vanity. Okay. And then you have fi'alun, like hizabrun, which is one of the names for a lion. Okay. Of course, this is a very, very rare pattern. These are ruba'is. These are four lettered nouns. Then for the khurmasi, you have four different possible patterns. Fa'allalun, like farazdaqun, okay, which means a piece of bread. Then you have fa'alalinun, like jahmarijun, jahmarijun. Then we have fa'lalinun, like jahmarishun. Okay. Of course, these are extremely rare words to ever find, but this word here means like a woman that is big. Okay, a woman that is very big. Can also be used in the context of camels. Then we have fu'allilun. Okay, like khuza'binun. Because you have to keep in mind, here the lam has a shadda, so it means that there's two lams there. The first one having a sukoon. Okay, so when you undo that, it becomes like it looks like this, a word with a sukoon on it, followed by yani a kasra, a word with a kasra on it. But khuza'bilun means yani like a fairy tale, like a fable, like a false tale. Then finally fi'lalun, we have fi'lalun, like qirta'bun. Okay, extremely rare word. Scholars of morphology, they don't really know exactly what's its usul, what's its roots. But this word here, it can mean different things, but yani, it can mean something like if you say someone does not have kirata'abun, ma alayhi kirata'abun, it means like he has nothing, not even a shred of clothing. not even a piece of rag. Okay? So that's sort of the context that it's used in. So it's a very rare word. Scholars, they say that any لا نعرف أصولها, we don't really know its origin, but it's used in this context to mean someone that doesn't have anything. ما عليه ترى طعب, doesn't even have like a piece of rag. So this is the conclusion, okay? That you have 10 different patterns for the thulathi, which are covered here, 4 different patterns for the ruba', which are covered here, and then finally 5 different patterns for the khumas, which are covered here. And of course, the thulathi is used the most, then the ruba'i, then the khumasi, right? In a general sense, the Arabs, they always take the path of least resistance, okay? So if they can use a word that's thulathi, they'll use a word that's thulathi, okay? Then if they're forced to, they'll use a word that's ruba'i. And they're only going to use a word that's khumasi, yani if they really feel the need to. Okay, because they always want to take the path of least resistance. It's always easier to say fa'alun than for you to say fa'allalun, right? And it's easier for you to say fa'alun than for you to say fu'alullun. Okay, so they're always going to usually go to thulathi, if not ruba', if not khumasi. Inshallah, in the next video, we're going to cover the mazid forms.
إن هذا القرآن يهدي للتي هي أقوم ويبشر المؤمنين